for my sponsor, Looxcie Incorporated, who sponsored me this camera to go out there and find different stories about different things. And the way I looked at it is that I'm going to go out and find the most powerful, most unique people that I can possibly find that make a difference in our community. And our community where I stand in is everywhere. And just so happens that I happen to have a group of people right now that are kind of close together, which saves on gas. So and they're all basically from the same place right now. But right now, I want to introduce you to a person who I believe is part of our future. Since I'm an old man now, a dinosaur, and I'll be making coal in a little bit in my body and everything else. So I want to give you to the people that are going to now generate and educate our new generation. I'm speaking to
Eva Aceves.
And give a little bio about yourself.
Well, I'm a very strong woman, independent woman at that. I have 3 children.
Okay.
One will be a senior this coming school year.
Senior in college, senior
in high school.
Okay.
And then I have a 13-year-old going into the 8th grade and a 7-year-old going into the 2nd grade.
Okay.
I've worked every day since I've been 15 years old, since I was 15.
Okay.
And
that was a couple weeks ago. But don't worry about
that
it.
was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I believe in hard work, and I'm in the perfect place working for Talent Search here at San Jacinto College. I work with 500 students in the community from 3 schools, 2 middle schools being North Mountain and Monte Vista, and then San Jacinto High School as well. Basically what I do is college outreach, early academic outreach, getting students prepared to understanding what the financial aid process is, the matriculation process to get into college, everything from applying to attending an orientation, conducting an assessment test, and actually registering ultimately in a class as they complete that process. We do also work with a community that is primarily low income, and a lot of these students don't have the guidance from their parents because they themselves didn't get to go to college. So I do feel connected to the community because I was one of those students. My parents came from Mexico, a rural area where education was probably not the priority. Hard work was the #1 priority. My mother came with a third grade education, and my father was he did complete a secondary. However, he was a bus driver since he was 15, so he kind of dropped school and got married and started a family. They rooted in this valley. Actually, they did come to Lakeview, close to San Jacinto area, and started a family here. I'm the eldest of 5. There's 4 girls, and I'm very proud to say my sister cleared her PhD last year.
Congratulations.
In psychiatry. I'm sorry, she's gonna kill me for this. She's it's psychology something. I can't even say that.
But she finished her PhD.
But she finished it. She's the first in the family to finish.
Congratulations on both those parts.
Yes, thank you. And then I have another sister that's been a kindergarten teacher since she was for 15 years. And I have another sister that kind of started college, but she got married and kind of took a little detour. But she is proudly working here in town for a good corporation. She's been able to sustain, and she's a single parent herself, and has been able to succeed with her 2 children. My brother, the baby, the king, we call him, he's currently attending Mount San Jacinto College, and he's probably going to hate me for this too. But he's doing really good, and he's getting ready to transfer next year. And I really don't know what his...
Transfer to where, what?
I believe he does want to stay in the computer sciences, so I really don't know. He's being the baby, he's been a little more explorative with his career. He stopped and gone, and, came back, and then he stops again. But I think he's in a pattern where he's seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and transfer is possibly coming up soon. Okay. So we've been very supportive to get him to complete his educational goals. What do I have to say? I grew up translating everything for my parents, from bills to letters to communications from school. So I'm fluent in both English and Spanish, and Spanish is the second language.
If I may interject, do you think that's bullshit? That the fact that you have to do that and they don't go ahead and put stuff in both languages?
Do I think that it's bullshit that you have to put things in both languages?
No, they don't put things in both languages?
I think it's
Considering that
The number of
the
Latinos?
number of Latinos and Mexicans that live in this particular area, I mean, it's like almost like 85%
Everything
or
should
high
be.
in two languages.
I think all communications. In fact, working for Talent Search has given me the opportunity to put all of our publications in English and Spanish, being from newsletters, brochures, applications. I feel that if we are not connected to the parents, we are not connected to our community. These students are not going to be connected to our program if the parents are not connected to the program. And if they have no one to connect with, they will not come.
Then you end up
We need students.
You lose them. You lose people.
We lose the students. We lose their interest. They're probably already going home and trying to translate things. And if you have a kid that says, "Oh, it's just a paper from school," a paper from school can be anything.
Right.
It can be a good notice. It could be a bad notice. It could be a warning. It could be anything else. It could be a great opportunity lost because there's laziness or miscommunication between the language of the student and the parent. So I think it's very important to hold on to that beauty of having two languages. And being when I was a child, I was asked one time, "Why do you speak Spanish? You live in America." And I said, "Because my mom speaks Spanish and she lives in America, so I have to keep speaking Spanish, and I'm very proud." And if you'd like me to say this in Spanish, I can say it in Spanish as well. But going back to feeling connected to this program, I was one of those kids, and I see myself in every one of these students that participates in our program, because they connect to someone that might realize what they're going through when they're going home and saying, "Mom, I want to go to college." And they're going, "No, why? The cost is too high," or "I don't understand why you want to go," or "Why is it that you want to do that? Why don't you just do what I did?" You know?
But they see you as a positive role model.
Yes, they do.
And they're